Hey everybody, Miss Maritello here. In this video, I'm going to talk about adding and subtracting matrices. So a couple notes about adding and subtracting matrices. To be able to find the sum or the difference, the two matrices or however many matrices you have, they must have the same dimensions. You're essentially just going to be adding the numbers in corresponding positions or subtracting them. You do have to make sure you're being careful, like with your integer operations, especially with the subtraction. If you have like negatives, it's nice to be careful. All right, so here is one example. So right now we have a 3 by 2 plus a 3 by 2, so they're the same dimensions so that I know I'll be able to add them together. And we kind of talked about adding numbers in the same, like, corresponding positions. So you figure, like, the 3 is in the first row and in the first column, so then I'll have to add it with the -4, because then the -4, that's in the first row and first column of that matrix. You figure I'll add like the -20 with the 5, 7 with the -1, 4 with 1, 9 with 8, and then -4 with 4. So again, it's numbers in corresponding positions. So when I go through that, 3 plus a -4 gives me -1. 4 plus 1 gives me 5. -20 plus 5 gives me -15. Again, that's one you got to be kind of careful on with your signs. You figure if you owed somebody $20 and you gave them 5, you'd still owe them 15. 9 plus 8 gives me 17. 7 plus a -1 gives me 6. It's like you're taking away 1 from 7. And then -4 plus 4 gives me 0. So notice that my answer then is also going to be a 3 by 2 because I keep the same dimensions. This one, we got a 3 by 3 plus a 3 by 3. So then kind of the same process though, we're just adding numbers in corresponding positions. So then with this one, 1 plus 4 gives me 5, 2 plus 3 gives me 5, 3 plus 0 is just 3, 4 plus 5 is 9, 5 and 4 is 9, 6 and 1 is 7, 7 and 6 is 13, 8 and -5, 8 plus a -5 is just 3, and then 9 and 2 is 11. So again, that one shouldn't be too bad, and since I added together a 3 by 3 and a 3 by 3, I'm getting a 3 by 3. And then this one, we're finding the difference. We have to subtract. Here I got a 3 by 2 minus a 3 by 2. So just the big thing that I have to be careful of with subtraction is that I am subtracting and I'm careful with my sign. So like I'll have to do 3 minus a -4, 4 minus 1, -20 minus 5, 9 minus 8, 7 minus -1, and then -4 minus 4. So again, being kind of careful with my signs. So like 3 minus a -4 is 7. Remember, minus a negative is like adding, or I sometimes will think like minus, well, they're not minus, but I guess opposite of -4 is +4, so it's like 3 plus 4. And then 4 minus 1 is 3. -20 minus 5 is -25. 9 minus 8 is 1. 7 minus -1, that's becoming a positive again. So 7 minus a -1 is like 7 plus 1, which is 8. And then -4 minus 4 is -8. So again, not super bad, but you do have to be careful with your signs there. And then it's going to be the same with this one. So like I'm definitely able to do the difference because it's the same dimensions of 3 by 3 minus a 3 by 3. But again, you'll just want to be kind of careful with your signs. So we got 1 minus 4 is going to be -3. 2 minus 3 is -1. 3 minus 0 is just 3. Going into the second row, 4 minus 5 is -1. 5 minus 4 is 1. 6 minus 1 is 5. 7 minus 6 is 1, 8 minus a -5 is 13, and then 9 minus 2 is 7. And I would just say one other thing too is just keep in mind, say that they ever like randomly ask you to find like the number that would go in this spot, you know to look at like that spot on the two matrices and then do the subtraction. Just one more that I wanted to show you guys that was kind of funny. Say that they gave you a matrix with things that, like they want you to add them together, but they're not like terms. You are technically allowed to write, like a sum in a spot in a matrix. So like here, you're supposed to be combining the 3 plus x, like you could literally just put 3 plus x. And then in the next spot, like 2 plus y, and then down here, 4 plus y, -6 plus x, etc. Even if you wrote it in the first row, first column, like if you put x plus 3, that'd be fine. If this was y plus 2, that'd be fine. But I just thought I would show that one almost like a challenge. Hope this video was helpful. Thanks for listening.